Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to cover the Zoho CRM APIs, but in a different way. I would be proceeding with the Insomnia kind for REST API exactly, but you can use the Postman as well for this. So this is quite interesting. Before I do any kind of practical work in the practical world, I always use the a Postman client or Insomnia client to test the APIs before I go to integrate them, or even when I create APIs, I always use those clients. Now, if you click on the REST API over here, you will land on this page exactly where this is where it landed. But I would go into this section first, the user auth section, and if you click on the overview section, just on this, or register a client, you will go to the Zoho Developer Console. You have to go to the Zoho Developer Console. Once you click the Zoho Developer Console, you will be landed on this page. Okay. Now here you have to, I have created one application. You can add a different application. Just server based details, the client name, home URL, and the authorized URL. This authorized URL does not return to anything. You can give anything, but you have to give an authorized URL. And whatever authorized URL you used here, using auth to authentication, you can use the authorized URL. You have to use the same URL for the redirection. Okay. So, for this section, but if you going through the code exactly, this will be redirecting to this section and then back to this authorized redirect URL. So you give this URL where you have access to, obviously. Now the client name, the home URL, and the authorized URL, once you give, it will give you the client ID and client secret, obviously. Now if you click on this one, there is one another settings. I used the OAuth credential for all data centers. Okay, you can see you can use all the data centers for this authentication. You means that Zoho base URL should be determined with EU, AU, JP.com, EU, and different type of regions of European regions. So you use this auth for all the data centers. It means whatever the respective URL is, you can use it in different section. Okay. Now, if you close this one, and if you are, I am using Insomnia. Okay. So if you are using Postman, there is a whole collection of Postman is available. You can just go and download the collection and install the collection from here. But for Insomnia there is no collection, so I am going one by one. Okay, here, and you can download the collection from this section exactly, the API collection. Okay, now what we are going to cover here is the upload files into Zoho system, ZFS exactly. So upload files to the Zoho file system and the file get. So we can upload files into Zoho system and we can get those files details. Obviously, this is a very simple one, but you can use a lot of APIs over here, like the users, the role, the profile, the tutorial, the records, the data center backup, by the same process that I'm doing for this upload file exactly. And it's quite simple. So first I have a use the auth token, auth credentials and everything here, and see the scope here. See the scope I have given over here. Now how will you find the scope? If you go into a particular API, you can see the Zoho scope is defined over here, and you can see the operator type. It can be all, it can be create, it can be edit, it can be delete. Edit delete is a separate, but all means you get all the CRUD operation for that module exactly. So if you go closely watch the Zoho CRM file read and file create, and Zoho CRM users all I have used. Users all is for user section, but I only need these two for this APIs. Okay, so now let's generate the refresh token. And as you can see, for the first time I have done this, but for the first time you have to log in with the same credentials. Obviously, if you accept this, a token would be generated. If you copy this token and come to the section, here you can see I have this API where Zoho, see I am using .in and v3 version. Okay, so now I have to pass the token over here. I've deleted it, and now I have given the token, and I select a wallpaper from here. Exactly. Okay, now I put the send button and it uploads the file. Okay, and if I copy this ID, exactly this is the ID that is being generated for the uploaded file. If I want to get that file, I just need to put that ID over here on this API, and here on the header section I have to again put the token, the latest token. Just putting the header, the latest token, and if you can see I have what file I have uploaded, it has been shown. So you can use these APIs all in the Zoho CRM that are given. You can creating subforms, backup, cancel meetings, record, tariff. I will be covering a later video on all other modules as well, one by one. So first I uploaded cover the video for the files, then again you can do it for any other section that is available for the Zoho CRM module. If you click users, it's the same process. There is nothing changed. You take the API domain, CRM version is 3. Here is version written. If you refer to version is v3, and you can see the version is 3. Users, authentication scope, it is all written over here. All for full access, to create users only. So if you use all, as I have to use here, as you can see during the auth generation, yes, Zoho CRM users. So you can use this one to use the APIs here. Obviously, in the CRM module, you can also send mails from the CRM modules. There is also provision for that. Okay, if you click on this one, send mail APIs. Okay, so it has that capability to send the mails on this using the APIs as well. So there is a lot to discover. I want you people to discover each and everything, because there is a lot to learn on this one, and there are different parts of the CRM, because we often do CRM works with the APIs. So I like to bring into this section. I will be sharing this JSON file. Obviously, if you like, you can install this Insomnia client and you can use this, or you can use Postman as well. There is nothing difference with this, but I like this one, obviously. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my videos, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.